So there's been some conversation going on about like how long it takes to do first drafts and things like that. I'm not gonna stitch the original video that people have been talking about or whatever. Though like I think the point she made about like not comparing yourself to other writers is important. Um, and I think she had a good point about not everyone's first draft. First draft doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. Um, I know that me and CJ's first draft probably is a draft zero to a lot of people, but for us, it's the first one because that's our words on a page. Um, we don't tend to outline or plan through books very often unless they are sequels or later in a series because we want to keep the overarching like meta plot consistency and things like that. When we're just writing like a first book or a standalone or something like that, we just put words down. And sometimes do that for sequels too. It just kind of depends. So we don't do a lot of that pre-planning or anything like that. Granted, we have a very strong understanding of the world we're writing in because we've written a lot in it. But we count our first draft as the first time we put words down on a page. And in a good month, like in a good when we're just in it, we can get a first draft done in 5 weeks. 5 weeks is about our average. We get slowed down when we are editing, when we're heavy into the editing weeds on other projects, but we do about five weeks for a first draft. There are two of us. That obviously makes things a little easier in the writing process. Editing takes way longer. When we are consistent about it, we can probably edit a book in 5 or 6 weeks for our first pass, but we tend to do two. Well, we each go over it once, one at a time, so that CJ makes her edits, and then I go through and read it and make any additional major developmental edits I want to make, and then we format it and we get a printed copy so that we can do proof edits that are just like spelling, pronoun, like making sure the pronouns are not confusing and etc. And that takes significantly longer. We can do it in a short time frame, but it's extremely stressful. Um, we're kind of looking at possibly turning around edits in like 2 months right now for the book we want to release in March, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. Um, just because of getting so bogged down with illness at the end of last year and how busy I've been. So we'll see. But yeah, that's our process for first drafts.